Hey there, Jeff back here with the Idiot Car Guys. So, a while ago, I said I'm going to go through this 560 SEL to take a little bit further in-depth look at it. So, and kind of sort through some of the things that need to be done. To start with, I filled up the washer fluid and well, it leaked all out. So looks like I'm probably gonna have to replace the washer fluid container. Uh, it was disconnected with the hose, but it still leaked out. So must be cracked there at the pump. Second of all, that battery that's not big enough for this car, so I'm gonna have to get a new battery at some point. It starts the car fine right now, but in the dead of winter, I doubt it's going to start the car. At least if it's outside here in northeast Nebraska. I did not take off or did not look inside the air cleaner to see if the filter needs to be changed. However, based on the rest of the condition of the car, more than likely I'm going to get a new one of them. Power steering, I mentioned earlier that it leaks out the fluid. I'm going to guess it's probably the high pressure side, and based on all of the oil that was around it, right down in there, I'm going to guess it probably is. I've got the high pressure line on order as well as a filter. Believe it or not, folks, there is a filter inside this, and that is part of the maintenance. Hydraulic fluid, I'm going to have to check to see where the leaks are, although this nut right here was loose, and this was all dirty around here, so I'm going to guess that may have been part of a leak, but, more to come. The next thing, brakes. Now, it shows I've got fluid, brake fluid in there, but consequently, the brakes really don't work, so they're very soft. So I'm going to need to bleed them through, see what it is. Worst case scenario, it could be the vacuum booster, or the brake booster. Don't know for sure, but I'm going to dig into it once I bleed it. I checked the oil. The oil's fine. That's one thing the kid did do was. He did keep up on at least the oil changes. Also, dug into the inside, cleaned it up a little bit more, and it actually doesn't look too bad. Going into the carpet, I pulled up the floor mats. They're actually sitting right there. They're not the Mercedes floor mats by no means, but the carpet's in respectable shape. The dash, no cracks. Unbelievable that the only car that I have that has a crack in the dash is my 85 300 SD, and it is by the speaker as normal. This one is missing the wood on the front of the ashtray. I don't know if you can see it down there, right there. I'm going to have to find one of those to make it complete. Of course, in Mercedes, they change the wood pattern and the types of wood over the years. This is an 89. It's going to be a little tough to match. That seat over there, there's some wear on the left bolster. And then there is a little tear right there in the middle of the seat. I'm probably, just for the driver's sake of it, because it's probably going to be used more of a driver and not a collector, I'll just get a seat cover and put it over it, and that'll help protect it the rest of the time. This seat here, in good shape. Door panels in good shape. Power seats both work on the front. Shut the door, and it has the good old Mercedes thunk. Back seat actually turned out really good. There are no rips or tears in the back seat. The actual reclining seat function works. I do know that the power window on the driver's side rear does not work. He said it was off track. More than likely it's the regulator. Seems to be a common thing because remember, these things got heavy windows. They're large power windows, so needless to say, I'll get the door panel off at some point and take a look at it and see what it is. I've replaced the window regulators before, and they're not that difficult. They just take some time. Incidentally, the headrest, the power headrest on both of the seats actually do function, so that's a good thing. I mean, it's kind of neat to have that power headrest go up and down. The driver's side rear door doesn't open all the way like it's supposed to. I tried putting some lubricant in there on the hinges and whatnot. We'll see if that over time, if that will help. Power antenna, haven't looked at it any closer. I know it's partially up. It is missing the frame or the little boot that goes around it that actually keeps it screwed to the body, kind of a weather protector. So it's missing that. I'll have to see if I can find one. My other 560, the power antenna doesn't work, so I may end up getting a whole new antenna. It does have the boot, so if I can get the whole kit, then I'll just replace it and use the boot on this one. Other than that, looking inside the car, the running board, the protector here, it's cracked. I did see underneath, they've got, that's pretty worn. So the bottom of that door panel may need to be replaced if I choose to do so. But consequently, again, it is a 163,000 mile car, which actually does run, but would be a good, it'd be a good driver. It seems to, it seems to start and drive well. But, it's just kind of one of those things where I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do with it yet. But, if the wife had anything to say, she'd say, fix it up and sell it. May just do that. I don't know. We'll go from, we'll see what happens. I love this body of car. I really enjoy these cars, and I could have a string of them. Now, the one car we do know on this one, I do have to replace the shocks, the rear shocks, and I don't know if you can see this in the video, but when I push on the hood, on the trunk lid, it bounces all over the place. Now, this isn't the easiest thing to replace shocks on, because you actually have to take the back seat out, and the shock tower, the top of the shock tower is inside, about right, right in there behind the back seat. So you got to take the bottom and the seat back, which means disconnecting the power reclining seat function. Again, it's one of those things that it's going to take some time and a little bit of money. I mean, we're talking this, some of these parts are not going to be easy to find. Shocks, yeah, they can get those. Battery, yeah, you can get a battery. In fact, I probably have one sitting here that'll actually fit. Oh, there it is. That'll fit in here. That came out of a Land Rover that the Land Rover said the battery was bad, but it's not. I've charged it, tested it, and it seems to function. So I may put that in here. This needs a tune-up. A little bit at a time. Just kind of a winter project. Did go ahead and get wipers put on, so we're good to go there. But of course, can't wash the windshield with the fluid because, well, it's got a leak in it. So anyway, so from that point on, tell me what you think. Give me your thoughts on the car itself. What do I got here? Is it a car worth keeping? Is it a car worth selling? Is it a car to part out? Paint wise, the sides are good. The top of the trunk the clear coat is starting to come off the top. Still have those imprinted leaves in the on the trunk lid, but you know, that may come out. I doubt I'm going to be able to buff it down that hard, but you know, we'll see. So tell me your thoughts. Appreciate you watching. Please click to subscribe, like, dislike, send us some comments. Certainly like to hear from you. Thanks for watching.